Friends, welcome again in the new class. Already we discussed about the geometric construction in last 3 videos. Today we are going to take the problem set of this geometric construction. Okay, so beyond that basic construction, all instruments, how to use this, everything we know here. And in 4.1 and 4.2 we constructions totally depend upon that similarity topic and the circle topic, the properties of similarity and properties of circle. By using all these properties we constructed that 4.1 and 4.2. Now today in this problem set we are going to draw that is totally depend upon 4.1 and 4.2 some more examples. Okay friends, let's start the first example. Okay friends, here in the problem set of geometric construction, first sum. Okay, see here, select the correct alternative for each of the following questions. There are 3 sums here. Look friends, the number of tangents that can be drawn to a circle at a point on the circle is, means look here, I'll draw one circle here. Look friends, this is one circle. Okay, here there is one point on the circle. Just look here, I'll put here one point here on this particular circle here. Okay, like this. Now from this, how many tangents we can draw? Look here, this is one of the tangent here. Okay, is there any another tangent we can draw from the same point here? Is it possible? Look here, this is one and only one tangent. We cannot draw any other tangent from this point. So like this, wherever one point on this circle, yes, from that particular point we can draw one and only one tangent. Okay, so that means which alternative is here correct here friends? This is the C. One and only one tangent we can draw. Means what? The number of tangents that can be drawn to a circle at a point on the circle is just one. Okay friends, now the maximum number of tangents that can be drawn to a circle from a point which is outside to it. Again I will draw one circle here. Just look here friends, like this. Okay, now there is one point outside it, like this. Okay, now look here, from this point how many tangents we can draw? Just look here, very simple part this one. Look friends, here it is one tangent from this point to this circle. Okay, and now there is one more tangent from this point. Okay, just wait, I'll just add just here, like this one. Is there any other from this point to this, from this point, and it is tangent to this circle? Okay, is there any other tangent is there? No, just we can draw 2 tangents only. Understand? Means which alternative is correct here now? Look friends, this is the correct alternative. Means how many tangents? Only 2 tangents we can draw. Okay friends, now what about the third one? If triangle ABC and triangle PQR, see friends, both these are different triangles, not a single vertex is common. Okay, and AB upon PQ, the ratio is 7 upon 5. Then now very important, look here. So triangle ABC is bigger or triangle PQR is bigger? Both the triangles will be equal? Cannot be decided. Now look here, both triangles will be equal. Is it possible? Because the ratio is 7:5. Suppose 1:1 or these 2 triangles are congruent. Whenever the 2 triangles are congruent, then the ratio of the corresponding sides is 1:1. Means here not 1:1, means this possibility is not there. Okay, now just observe here, AB is 7 parts and PQ is 5 parts, means definitely AB is 7, means triangle ABC is bigger. This alternative is correct one. Understand friends? Very carefully try to choose the correct alternative always. Okay. So friends, now we'll take the second example.
Okay, see here. The first, what they were given to us. I'll read the sum here. Draw a circle with center O and radius 3.5 centimeter. Okay, take a point P at a distance 5.7 centimeter from center. Okay, then we have to draw the tangents to the circle from point P. Okay, so what they're given to us, there is one center of circle with center radius 3.5. Okay, which center is what? 0. Look friends, center O, radius 3.5 centimeter and distance from center. Okay, that is nothing but 5.7 centimeter. That is what? Distance OP is what? 5.7 centimeter. There is a point P. We have to take, okay, that is from center, that is of the distance 5.7 centimeter. Okay friends, let's see. First, we know everything here. We are going to take what? The radius 3.5 centimeter in compass. First, I will take that center O is here. Okay, O is a center. Now I am going to take in this scale. I am going to take the radius is what? 3.5 centimeter. Okay, again I am telling, try to take correct distance. See here, this is 3.5 centimeter. Okay, now look here, by taking this the center, I am going to draw one circle here. This is a circle with radius 3.5 centimeter. Look here, this is radius 3.5 centimeter. Okay, now I am going to take point P is at a distance 5.7 from O is here. Okay, this is the center. Now I will take here by scale 5.7 centimeter in vector scale here. Look here, 5.7, but this is not a way of taking this one. First I am going to just draw one ray here. Just look here. Okay, this is only one ray. On this ray, we have to take point P is at a distance what? 5.7. Okay, already all these kinds of example already we draw in that 4.1, 4.2 is here. Okay, look here, I'll take 5.7 in compass. Look here, this is 5.7. So I'll draw one arc from center at a distance 5.7. Okay, like this. This is point P. This is the distance 5.7 centimeter. Okay, now the next part is what? We are going to draw one perpendicular bisector of this OP. Okay, now look at it, take that more than half. Okay, this is more than half. I'll draw the two arcs here like this, and from P as well. Okay, like this we'll draw the two arcs, and this is the intersecting point here. Okay, now from these 2 points I am going to draw one line. Okay, definitely that line passes through inside the circle. Why, tell me? Look here, why this line passing through inside the circle? Yes, already we discussed. Look here, this is less than double of radius. Okay, this 5.7 means what? 2 into 3.5. This is greater than 5.7. That is why this line comes in intake. Understand? So now this is the point which is midpoint of this OP. You can check whether it is midpoint or not. Look here. This is one part and this is the second part. Like this we can check. Okay, after getting, now we are going to draw full circle by taking this is a center. Okay friends, look here, this much only we have to take in radius in compass. Okay, and try to verify whether it is passing through P or not. Yes, definitely. So try to draw the circle. Okay, like this. Just draw very carefully. Okay, this is the circle. Now, this is the circle. After getting this one, this new circle intersects the old circle in two distinct points. You can write the names here, A and B here. Okay, what is our next part? That from P we have to draw the tangents. This is the procedure. Try to draw the line from A and P here. Okay, friends, very carefully. Correct? Now from this way also, from B also. This is the procedure. Finish. Okay, now try to check whether it is the distance from A to P. This A and P and B and P both are same or not? Maybe sometimes in that question they ask find the length of that tangent segment also. So this length you can measure on the scale and try to write in centimeters. Understand friends? This is the procedure. Okay friends? Very carefully try to draw this one. Okay? Friends, we'll take now third circle. Look here, I'll read again. Draw any circle. Means what? We don't know the radius of that circle. You can draw any, but that should be proper circle. Proper radius we have to take here. Okay. Now take any point A on it. Okay. And construct a tangent at A without using the center of the circle. Friends, already in first exercise means what, that 4.1 already we discussed about that, but I'll draw again in this problem set as well. Look here, I'm going to draw one circle of any radius. Okay, see first. So we'll draw the first radius. Okay, center is given, no center given. Okay, that means, okay, I'll take here center O is here, or you can write any P is here. Okay. So take any radius in compass, okay friends, and try to draw one circle. Okay. This is a circle of, we don't know how much radius, just take any radius. Now, after that, take one point A on it. On the edge of circle, we'll take A, anywhere. Okay, after that, okay, we have to draw the tangent from A without using the center. That means the procedure is already we know here. I'm going to take two more points on the same circle. See, I'll take B and C here. Okay, now I'll join all these three segments here. Okay, look friends. Okay. After that, what is our next step? Yes, here the line should be like this one. Okay, we know here one angle we have to take here. That arc is here, and the same distance are here also. Don't draw this side. Okay, why? Already we discussed. See here now. Very simple part here. Just take some distance in compass. Try to draw an arc here. Like this. Again from the same distance from this A, we have to draw one arc here. Understand? Now, I'm going to just change this one. So, here these are the 3 points. 1, 2 and 3. Now, I'm going to take some distance. That sum means what? This much distance. Okay, like this one. By this distance, by putting here, and try to draw one arc on the previous arc. This is the point. So, this is the point and try to join the point, that new point and point A. That is the required tangent. Understand? This is the procedure to draw the tangent without using center. We didn't use here center. Okay, the same example we can use also center. We can draw here. Okay, friends. Friends, we'll take the next sum. Again, it is very simple. First, I'll read the fourth sum. Look here. Draw a circle of diameter 6.4 centimeter. Okay. Next, take a point R at a distance equal to its diameter. That means 6.4 centimeter we have to take. Okay. From the center. Okay. And from that point R, we have to draw tangent again. Okay. See first. That means what I will take first? There is no center. That means we will take any other center here. So again I will take here point P here. So this is fourth one. Okay. So how much we have to take the diameter in compass? Yes, 6.4 in compass. Look here. But if we take this is the distance in compass, no use of this one. Yes. Why? Because if we take this much distance in compass, the radius is 6.4. We have to take diameter 6.4. Means, first of all, we have to write here. If diameter is 6.4, then what about radius? That is obviously 3.2. Okay. So look here. If diameter of circle is 6.4 centimeter, therefore, what about radius of circle? That is 6.4 upon 2 means 3.2 centimeter. Understand? Sometimes, suppose this is 6.5 is there. Then how we can take radius? That also very important. At that time, you can draw that 6.5 segment. Try to bisect it. We'll get one midpoint, that is the center. But easier, 6.4 means we can make easily half. Okay, so 3.2 we have to take in compass. Understand? So this is 3.2. Don't take 6.4 directly. Understand? So by taking this is the radius, we will draw that circle. Look here. This is the procedure. So I will take just down. Okay. This is 3.2. I am going to draw one circle of radius 3.2 is here. Like this. Similarly, okay. Like this, we'll draw the circle of radius 3.2 means obviously diameter is what? 6.4. Okay. Now, this is the radius 3.2 means diameter is what? 6.4. Now, very similarly, we have to take 6.4 centimeter distance. Okay, the point R we have to take here. But first of all, we have to draw one ray here. As in the previous sum. Okay, we'll draw one ray here. Okay, now here we are going to take point R, but at a distance from center of the distance is 6.4, which is diameter. Okay, so now I am going to take in compass 6.4 here. Okay, this is 6.4. So this by this compass from center we have to draw one arc here like this, and that is point R, which is at a distance from center 6.4 centimeter. Okay, now very similarly in the previous sum, very similar here also we have to take here. So now by compass I am going to draw perpendicular bisector of this PR, but that perpendicular line must be as like the tangent of this circle. Why? Because this is what 6.4. Okay, this 6.4 is exactly double of radius means diameter. So this line must be touches to the circle. So I will take more than half to draw the tangent perpendicular bisector. See here from P. Okay. Now from R as well. Okay, now from this side also. Like this. After getting these 2 points, we have to just join them. Okay, that should be exactly touches to the circle. Let's see whether it is touches or not. Look friends, if you just observe here, that might be touches. So very carefully friends, this is the procedure. Look friends, this touches exactly. Why touches? Because the distance is 6.4, which is exactly double of the radius. Okay? Now, after getting this new circle, we are going to draw, that is, after getting this perpendicular bisector, we are going to draw one new circle like this. Okay? This should be passes from center as well as from R. Okay friends, take this much distance and try to draw one circle. Okay. This is the circle. After getting this circle, here these are the 2 points. Just try to join them, finish. That are the required tangents. Look friends, all examples are very similar one. There are so many examples for practice. Here these are the 2 tangents. You can extend the line also. So again you can verify whether these 2 are same or no. Look friends, like this. Just try to verify by this way. So both should be same. In the circle topic only we studied that theorem. Tangents drawn from exterior points are always congruent. Okay, that property here we can easily verify. Understand friends? Okay. Friends, we'll take now 5th sum. I'll read this one. Draw a circle with center P. Okay. Now draw an arc AB of 100 degrees measure. Look friends. Okay. Draw tangents to the circle at a point A and B. Very simple it is. But before that one, we are going to make some analysis. Or we'll draw some that one rough figure. Then you can understand. Okay friends, see first here. What is given to us? This is the 5th sum. Okay, I draw for that rough figure one circle of any radius. This is rough figure. Okay, look friends. I take this as a center. Okay, whether they are given to a center here? Yes, center P is given to us. Okay, this is only rough figure. Huh? Just look here. Okay, this is a circle. Now let's try to observe here. There is one arc is given of degree 100 degrees. Means what friends? Maybe yes, A here and B here. This is the arc which is of measure 100 degrees. Means what? If we draw, just look here, I'll just join this AB. Okay, and this BP also. What we can get here? This is one central angle. What can you say about this central angle? Yes, obviously it is also 100 degrees. Yes or no? This is as well 100 degrees. Why it is 100 degrees? Because of central angle property. Yes, this is the arc. You can say here suppose maybe here x. Arc AXB of measure 100 degrees and P is center. Therefore angle APB becomes what? It's central angle. Corresponding central angle of that arc here. Okay, see here. By central angle property we can say both these are same. Okay, first of all we everything we have to mention and then you can understand how we can draw the figure. See here. Look friends. First of all, what we can say here? P is the center of circle. Okay. Now look here. Major arc AB is of 100 degrees. Therefore, major angle APB is equal to major arc AB. Okay, this is by central angle property. That mention you have to why it is 100 degrees. That is also very important. Okay, therefore, major angle APB is of 100 degrees. Understand why angle APB becomes 100 degrees? Because of this extension. Okay friends, now in the fair figure, we have to take the angle APB only of 100 degrees. And automatically, this interior arc becomes of 100 degrees nature. Okay friends, let's see here. Okay, whether they are given to us, the radius is given? Yes, in the fifth sum. No, you can take any radius. Understand friends? Yes, here there is no given at radius this much take. Okay, you can take any radius. Now look here, the P is the center, already given to us. Okay, now I will take some distance in compass. Okay friends? This is a circle. After drawing that circle, what I am going to take here? Yes, I'll just take some base here to draw that angle here. I'll just draw the base here. Yes. Now, by protector, I'll just take one angle of 100 degrees. Just see here. Here I'll put that protector. Okay friends, this baseline should be coincide with that base side here. Now by 100 means what from this way 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and here it is 100. Okay friends, now just extend but join first and then extend. Okay, here this is a point A I'll take here and this is B. Automatically here we'll draw that 100 degrees, then this arc will become 100 degrees. Okay, now what is the next part here? We have to draw the tangents from A as well as from B and that is by using center like that one. Okay, see. Now I'll take just some distance in compass. I'll put here on A. Okay, and from this side as well. From both the sides we have to draw the arcs. You can take any other distance, but I'll take the same distance from B as well. We have to draw the two arcs here. Okay, here these are the points we'll get here 1, 2, and here also 1, 2. Now I'll just extend the distance in compass. I'll put here. That should be more than half of this one. Okay, now look here. I'll just take some more distance here. From both sides, I'm going to draw the arcs here. Okay. Understand? And here also. Very carefully. Use instruments properly to get correct figure here. I'll just join that all points here. Okay, this is the point which we have to join and here also the second pair. See now, I'll just join these two. That is the first tangent here. Okay, and this is the second one from B. Very easily we can draw this. Understand? This is the procedure. Only we have to mention all this one. Why? Exactly they are given to us the measure of this arc only. But I took here, this is the angle of 100 degrees. Why will take that like that one? Because of central angle property. Okay friends, see very carefully. These kinds of examples we have to mention analysis also. Okay.